Charles Saib is Washington Bureau Chief for the Wall Street Journal. We're pleased to have him back. Welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think the respective strategies are for both campaigns at this point in time?
Well, I think the Trump strategy is pretty clear, which is to excite his base to the maximum extent possible, and in the process, try to drive down Hillary Clinton's vote, keep his base up, drive her swing voter support down.
That's his scorched earth policy.
Basically, that's right. I think her strategy is a little harder to figure out right now because she's kind of moved between going on the attack with Donald Trump, engaging with him on his term, and also trying to sort of like go positive and rise above, as she says. And I think the interesting question this week is, what's the debate strategy for each of them? I think he sticks with the scorched earth strategy. I think she's got a choice to make. Do I rise above that now and try to go higher and positive, or do I stick in the fight?
Is there anything in the WikiLeaks emails that surprises you or that you find damaging to her?
Well, I don't know that anything's very surprising, but I think the most damaging thing to her is probably the tone of the conversation with the Goldman Sachs bankers. Now, again, not shocking, but it sort of confirms what Bernie Sanders supporters always thought, which is, well, she says tough things about banks in public, but in private, she's much cozier with them. That would have been more damaging, frankly, in the primary season than it is now.
And why she didn't want it to come out at the time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right.
The Wall Street Journal poll has Hillary Clinton up 11 points nationally. There's now a discussion about whether her team will expand the electoral map. Do you expect they will fight in Georgia, Arizona, Utah?
Well, they're going to fight in Utah because it's the most bizarre state, or the most Republican state may go independent or Democrat this year. I think there's a real conversation underway in the campaign about whether Georgia and Arizona are worth fighting over. I think there's more of an inclination to fight in Arizona, but there's also kind of a temptation to at least try in Georgia. Georgia has a big African-American population. If you could energize that vote for Hillary Clinton, it might be within reach, but Georgia is the Charlie Brown football. It always looks tempting to Democrats, and it gets pulled back at the end.
Given, though, that Donald Trump is trying to suggest that the election is rigged, is there a thought that they need to win big in order to silence any doubts about
Well, you know, one of the interesting findings in our poll is that even people who support Hillary Clinton are not particularly optimistic about a Hillary Clinton victory, what the country would be like, whether it could be governed that way. So I think winning big would at least help her create a bigger mandate if that's the way they want to think about it. But I have to say, having watched campaigns over the years, campaigns are very reluctant to start counting how large the victory is going to be. Mostly they're just happy to have a win at all, and I don't think they'll get too carried away with expanding the map.
You expect any surprises?
You know, if we said you shouldn't expect surprises this year, we'd have been wrong every turn, right? So yeah, I mean, by definition, I don't know what they are. Look, there are going to be thousands more WikiLeaks documents. I don't expect there to be something that's really shocking and stunning in those, but who really knows? I think the biggest question is the way each of them choose to finish this out. And as I said, is it scorched earth for Donald Trump? Probably. Is it go high for Hillary Clinton? I think we'll find out on Wednesday a lot more.
Thank you, Jerry. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
The final presidential debate is on Wednesday night. Gail and I will be in Las Vegas, along with Major Nancy John Dickerson and Bob Schieffer. Our coverage begins at 9 p.m., 8 Central, right here on CBS.